let it bounce.
All right, so step one we talked about is now we're going to list the types of businesses that your ideal customer shops at. You should have a pretty good idea of some of the people that you already want to partner with, but there's 3 different resources that I highly recommend using, and I'm going to go through some examples of all 3. The first one is ChatGPT. This is probably going to be the easiest lever for you to pull if you're not quite sure on who you should partner with. I'll show you why in just a second, but ultimately we're going to start with volume, and then we're going to drill it down from there, meaning we're going to see as many different opportunities as we possibly can, and then figure out based on your connections and your experience in your industry or others on who you should go after first. Again, the name of the game here is leveraging your experience and connections so that you get the highest likelihood of success from the least amount of effort. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. So first one is ChatGPT. The second one is going to be Google. But then the third one, this is the one that a lot of times people forget. We forget how easy it is to just reach out to other business professionals and just ask for help. This is not a zero-sum game here. If you go to other business professionals, think about the last time someone asked for advice, or even if they didn't ask for advice, you had some advice for someone in their own business. Because we are emotionally disconnected from someone else's business, a lot of times we can kind of see the forest from the trees, and someone who is lost in the day-to-day sometimes doesn't see the really easy opportunities that are right in front of them. And the same thing can be happening for you right now. So if you have other connections for business professionals, I'm telling you right now, utilize those connections, reach out to them. Listen, you know what I do day to day, man. I'm looking to start finding some referral partners that they can send me some of their customers. I want to make sure I do this appropriately. Can you give me some advice on what you think here? And just sit down, take them out to lunch, take them out to dinner, have some whiskey and cigars, whatever it is that you naturally would do. Use those business connections that you have. That's going to be something that is a great resource for you and a great way that you can have some fun in this process too. So the business professionals, that's pretty easy. We talked about that. Google, pretty simple. You're just going to look that up online. But ChatGPT is something here that if you have never experienced this is one of the easiest hacks to be able to help you create a volume, a long list of people who you can start going after. Now, ChatGPT, you're not going to use to be able to figure out exactly the names of those businesses and the contacts. Don't try to use this as creating a local list of businesses, but instead, you're going to leverage this for the opportunity to find the types of businesses. So, for example, I pulled this up here, and I keep talking about my buddy Dave, and he's the insurance agent that's looking to partner with lenders. Let's just take someone else who's an insurance agent. If you're using ChatGPT and you pull up, it's chat.openai.com, and you just put in a prompt. I just put in a prompt just right now. I am an insurance agent looking to create referral partnerships with other businesses who can send me their customers for me to sell insurance products. Provide a list of 25 different types of businesses I should partner with and why they would be a good referral partner for me to work with. The idea here is that you get some idea generation that you can then drill down into based on your own needs and your own experience. I've got a buddy of mine who talks about how ChatGPT makes smart people smarter and dumb people dumber. The point is, if all you do is you go and you just throw a prompt in and then you take it and you do a copy paste, it's ultimately probably not going to give you the success that you want. However, if you use it kind of as your muse to kind of get you started, and then you now use that opportunity to go, oh, this actually makes sense for me because of X, Y, and Z, then you can execute on that. So I put that prompt in. And within seconds, it popped up a bunch of different opportunities. It said, sure, here's a list of 25 different types of businesses that could make excellent referral partners for an insurance agent and why they'd be beneficial partners. I'm just reading through a couple of these so that you can see how easy this is and how you're going to be able to utilize it for your own business. So if you're not an insurance agent looking to sell people insurance products, you can still follow these same steps and just tweak that prompt that I gave you. And there's tons of different resources on how you can get really good prompts. But let me show you how easy it is to start finding different types of professional businesses that you can work with here. So using ChatGPT, the first one I came up with, number one, real estate agents. They often work with clients who need homeowners insurance or renters insurance when moving into a new property. Perfect. So if you're an insurance agent, maybe you're creating one list that's all of the real estate agents in your area. The second one they came up with, property management companies, similar to real estate agents, they can refer tenants and property owners for insurance coverage. Number 3, mortgage brokers. Home buyers typically need homeowners insurance, making mortgage brokers a great source of referrals. 4, auto dealerships. Customers buying or leasing vehicles will need auto insurance, making auto dealerships a valuable partner. 5, accounting firms. They can refer clients who may need business insurance, professional liability coverage, or personal insurance for themselves and their families. Number 6, legal firms. Attorneys can refer clients who require specialized insurance, such as malpractice insurance or business liability coverage. There are 25 different industries that came up with immediately on the spot by just that one prompt that I talked about, which was just listing exactly who it is that you are, the type of person that you're going after, and just asking who are some of the people who I should create these referral partner relationships with. So ChatGPT can be extremely useful for you. And it doesn't take a whole lot. Now, what you're going to do from here, we talked about how first and foremost, we want to list the types of businesses your ideal customer is at. So when you go through that, you're not going to need to use all 25 of those. And again, you can actually put in the prompt of create 5 or 10 or 25. It doesn't matter what it is. The idea is now you take that and go, okay, yeah, these types of businesses would be really great for me because whatever the reason is, you as a professional can now go, that's the type of person that I want to go after. Once you have those types of businesses, again, you're going to leverage your experience and connections for the least effort, highest likelihood of success. So that's that muse with the ChatGPT. You figure out which businesses you believe are going to really be amplified by your own background and success. Number 2 is now I want you to funnel them down to the specific industry. If you're my buddy Dave, you're just going after lenders. Perfect. Eventually he's going to run out of lenders. And so he's going to start going after some of those other ones. But for right now, I want you to funnel down by specific industry. If you have 3 of those that you want to start going after, one is the insurance agent, one is the brokers, one is contractors, create 3 different lists so that they're not all funneled together, because we want to make sure that you specify who you're going after. So list out types of businesses. That's number 1. Figure out which ones you want to go after. Number 2, if there are multiple industries, I want you to drill down to different lists for each industry that you're going to create. And then number 3, once you have the list of types of businesses, you figure out the specific industries that they're in. The last but not least is you're going to decide the territory where you're going to create a list of all of those types of businesses within that territory. Now, here's the reason for this. You can go after anyone within the entire world and have them as a referral partner. Absolutely. However, what is the likelihood if you live like I do here in Wisconsin that you're going to be able to reach out to someone who's in Mumbai and that they're going to be the perfect referral partner for you? I don't know for sure, but if you're anything like me, I'm probably going to have a whole lot more success driving down half an hour to Milwaukee and signing up someone as a referral partner than driving halfway across the world or flying halfway across the world to sign someone up. You can do things digitally. You can do things through Zoom. Hell, you can just have DM messages with people back and forth. And I know plenty of people, even just through email, who have signed up people as referral partners and affiliate partners and run tremendous businesses that way. But if you're anything like me, you're in this because you're in the relationship game. And so what I'm going to urge you to do is I would have you have a territory that is specifically close to you, if at all possible, so that you can start within your county or the counties surrounding you. And then once you've hit all of those businesses, you can then make the decision, do we go to a different type of industry? And now we're going to move from the lenders to the real estate agents, or you then go and say, no, I'm going to continue with the lenders and I'm going to go to the next set of counties surrounding me. You're going to make that decision based on your experience and where you live and all of that for sure. But the ultimate thing that I want to let you know, we have tried so many different ways to start these partnerships, and the ones that have always worked the best for us were the ones where we were able to walk in there, have a firm handshake, look them in the eye, have a real conversation, start a real relationship, and over time continue to nurture that relationship and grow it. We have had the digital relationships with people and they've worked fine, but they're not great. The great relationships for me and for our partnership relationships have always been the ones that we could walk into their office, we could take them out to lunch every couple months or every week, whatever the cadence needs to be. Those are the ones that work the best for us because the relationships were just stronger, they were stickier, we're less worried about them going to a competitor. Those are the ones where a competitor came in and they laughed them out of their office. I promise you that's happened many times. So the first three things that I want you to do: figure out the types of businesses that you're going to go after. And you can do that very simply through, like I told you with ChatGPT, you can just put in a very simple prompt of, this is the type of professional business that I do. This is the type of work that I do, I should say. Here's the type of customers that I'm looking for. I'm looking for referral partnerships. Please list 25 of them for me. If you go online, there's 100 different ways to figure out how to do ChatGPT prompts, but ultimately you're going to put in a prompt, ask for 25 different industries that you can work with, look through those 25, pick a couple that you think are going to be very viable for you based on your experience and some of your background, the connections that you have. Then you're going to drill them down to the specific industries and put those each into different lists. Again, what's going to go on those lists will come in just a minute here, but ultimately just make sure that you drill down to the specific industry. And last but not least, decide on the territory. And if at all possible, keep them all local. Start with your local county, then go out to the counties around there, maybe even go out from there. If you've got a big city like I do, Milwaukee's not a huge city, but certainly one of the bigger cities that's close to us, that's 30 minutes away from me. I might start in Milwaukee just because I can now drive to Milwaukee and hit a bunch of businesses all at once, for example. That's totally fine. But my point is, try to have a centralized area that you are working first and foremost. And within that territory, we want to have it by specific industry. So the one industry that you believe you're going to have the most success in, because when you have the same conversation over and over again, you get more confident in that conversation. You talk about the same things. You're able to have the same types of relationships that are very similar. So we want to drill it down and then go from there. Now that we have the list of types of businesses, the types of industry, and the territory that we're going to go after, now it's time to start creating the actual people on those lists, which you're probably wondering, when is that happening? That's step number 4. Let's dive into it.